Warm welcome to Urban TV Live, the station reaching you from Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. I am Hassan Mohammed Omojo, and it's newspaper review this morning on Urban TV Live. So much has happened, and today we'll be taking a look at several newspapers in the country. And this morning we'll be starting with the Vanguard newspaper, and the first story on Vanguard that I have here is police confirm abduction of RCC bank staff by government at quarry site in Ibadan. The Oyo State Police Command has confirmed the abduction of staff of RCC and staff of a new generation bank by a government at a quarry site in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. This happened yesterday after some group of men attacked a site and kidnapped two men from the site. Back then we do hear of kidnapping during the at night, but these days at broad daylight they come, do whatever they want to do, and move freely. This is the insecurity issue we are talking about in this country. There is no security in the country. If people can attack, a site and abduct two persons and go freely, that means we don't have security in this country anymore. The government really needs to do more. The security issue has caused a lot of division in the country, which has led to so many groups, forming their security agencies in the country today. If you are following things happening in the country now, you hear of the Eastern Security Network, the Odua People's Congress, forming their own security team as well. It's not good for us, and the government really needs to buckle up and end the issue of abduction in the country. Kill bill seeking removal of minimum wage from exclusive list now, organized labor tells Gbajabi and Mela. Organized labor union involving Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) yesterday asked the Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila to immediately kill what is described as anti-masses bill. If you could still remember, last week, Friday, the organized labor staged a protest in National Assembly protesting for the inclusion of the new minimum wage bill. The National Assembly has been trying to pass a bill of that minimum wage into an exclusive list, and the workers have kicked against this, and it really caused a lot of problem last week. We pray they look into it and do the needful. COVID-19, Lawan takes first jab of AstraZeneca vaccine. President of the Senate Ahmed Lawal Tuesday took the AstraZeneca vaccine. The vaccine was administered to him in his office by his personal physician, Dr. Muhammad Usman, and witnessed by some distinguished senators led by the Senate leader, Senator Yahya Abdullahi. The vaccination card was presented to the Senate President by the Chairman Senate Committee on Health, Secondary and Tertiary, Senator Ibrahim Oloriagbe, All Progressive Congress, APC, Kwara State. This is a nice one. I think they are leading by example. So many persons have suggested that this should the vaccination of this COVID-19 vaccine should start from our leaders and not the common citizens. So many persons have cited examples like during the palliative, when they were sharing palliative, which started from the leaders. So many persons huddled the palliative. So this should also start from them. Let them cite examples. Boko Haram bombs military base, school health facilities in Yobe State. Gunmen suspected to be Boko Haram insurgents in the early hours of Tuesday brought down military base, school and health facilities in Kataka village in Gujba local government area of Yobe State. Katako is about 25 kilometers east of Damaturu, the state capital. All this happened yesterday when groups of militants attacked Katako village in Yobe State. There was an information that an NGO stored food items in a primary school, and the insurgents got the information and decided to attack that place and catch away with food items. They also attacked primary health care after taking all drugs from the healthcare. They burnt that place as well. This is still the issue of insecurity in the country that we are talking about, and also a military base was burnt down as well. It is a big slap on our nation, on our nation's security. Rather, the government really needs to buckle up in the issue of security. Bankers to start declaring assets from June 1st, says EFCC. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has said it will start asking operators in the Nigerian financial system, particularly bankers, to declare their assets as from June 1st, 2021. The EFCC chairman Abdulrasheed Bawa gave this directive Tuesday while speaking with journalists at the State House, Abuja, after meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari. According to Bawa, this will help in tracking fraudsters. They believe that some of these bankers have connections with fraudsters, and some of the staffs in the bank are aiding fraudsters to defraud people. By declaring their assets, they will be able to monitor every fraudulent activities taking place in the banking sector. Nigerian ambassador who slapped journalists threatens legal actions against Premium Times. Nigerian ambassador to Mexico, Adejare Bello, has threatened to take legal action against Premium Times for reporting his assault on a journalist in Osun State. The newspaper last Friday reported that Mr. Adejare, a former speaker of the State Assembly, attacked a journalist, Adeniyi Akinromade, who works with Osun State Broadcasting Corporation while rendering a social service during a traffic gridlock. All this happened last week after Bello assaulted a journalist. The journalists are neutral people in the society. They are eyes of the nation and, mouthpiece to the common man. So they should be treated, in a nice way and not to be assaulted. This actually happened when a gridlock happened in Osun State, when he was trying to help some passerbys to cross the road, and Mr. Bello came out of his car because he felt he was the journalist was delaying his movement. He came out and started slapping him, even with security men with him. It was very, very bad. It was a bad action by Mr. Bello. Our leaders should always learn how to live by example. Leadership is a great opportunity to serve the people and put the people right, not to be assaulting people on the streets or anywhere. It is very, very bad for such a person, an ambassador, to do such a thing to a journalist. Enugu House of Assembly has stepped down the controversial life pension bill for former governors, their deputies, and spouses. The stepping down of the bill followed public outcry about the jumbo packages contained in it for the beneficiaries. I think it's a nice one from the House of Assembly listening to the people. People have been complaining concerning this particular bill. Our politicians are really receiving a lot even when they are out of offices. People complained over this because the wife of the former governors in the state are to be receiving the sum of 12 million naira annually for medical checkups. It's very, very bad after they've gotten a lot while they were in power, and this what they are giving to them after they are out of office should be used to take care of the suffering masses and not on them anymore. Mogalu to Deputy Speaker, Nigerians diaspora remittances keeping families alive. The remittances from Nigerians in diaspora have contributed to the sustenance of impoverished families across the country. Kingsley Mogalu, a former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, has said, posting on his Twitter handle Tuesday. Mr. Mogalu expressed outrage at the action of the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Ahmed Wasi, who blocked a fellow lawmaker from presenting a petition by a diaspora group because the petitioner were faceless and based outside the shoes of Nigeria. I think on Urban Social yesterday we talked about this, about the Deputy Speaker who says Nigerians in diaspora has no right to talk about the issue of herdsmen in the country. Well, Mogalo has condemned this. What he says is actually true. What their remittance is to their families in this country has helped a lot. So many persons are suffering in this country. When they go out and they start sending money to their parents, it helps them, it helps their family, and so many of them have businesses in the countries as well. So it's very, very wrong for the deputy speaker to say they have no right to comment on the issue of insecurity in the country. Troops kill 6 terrorists, captured more weapons in Borno, Nigerian army. The Nigerian army says troops of Operation Lafia Dole have eliminated 6 Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists and captured more arms and ammunition in an encounter in the Dekwa axis of Borno State. The Director of Army Public Relations, Mohammed Yarima, a brigadier general, in a statement on Tuesday, said the troops carried out the operation on Monday. Kudos to the Nigerian Army on this sweet operation, I would say. If the government are really motivating them, and the service chiefs are also motivating the troops at the front line, I think, well, it will be easy for them to end the issue of insurgency in Nigeria. Last week, service chiefs visited, the south, and so many places. And the chief of army staff also visited some troops at war front as well, which motivated them to do more. If they keep doing all this, I believe the Nigerian army will surely get victory over the insurgents. El-Rufai is pretending to be a saint because of his presidential ambition, says Reno Omokri. The state of insecurity in Nigeria has developed tension across every phase of the economy. It believed that some political leaders are trying to be as diplomatic as they could to keep their hope alive in 2023. Reno Omokri has come out to condemn the silence of the governor of Kaduna State, Madam Nasir El-Rufai. He said in 2016, this is the same governor came out to say they paid ransom to herdsmen in 2020. In 2016, and this time around he's saying nothing. He believes it's because of his presidential ambition come 2023, that he is not saying anything, and some other governors as well are also quiet over this particular issue. We pray they join heads together to put an end to the issue of banditry and insecurity as a whole in the nation. The northern governors, where this issue of banditry and insecurity are mostly taking place, really needs to come together and brainstorm in order to put an end to the issue of banditry and insurgency in the nation. This is all we have on Newspaper Review on Urban TV Live, reaching you from Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Do join me same time tomorrow. I am Hassan Mohammed Omojo. Thanks for watching.